Hey, good afternoon, everybody. A special welcome to my Aging Boldly crew. Dean Walters here, your Aging Boldly certified health coach, and this is your Thursday Thoughts for Healthy Aging. Now, for those of you that don't know me, or if this is your first time here, I'm a former opera singer, and my career took a sharp turn, you could say, after a major injury forced me to rethink everything. And what started as therapy 16 years ago turned into a revelation for me that aging doesn't have to mean decline. And now I help older adults move better, feel stronger, and rediscover their purpose. Because your story isn't over, it's just getting restarted. Excuse me. So if you're watching me live today, or if you're catching the replay, just drop a comment below and let me know that you're here. Okay. Today is part 4 of my Strong Foundation series. This is about endurance, building stamina for daily life. So I got a question for you. Have you ever walked up a flight of stairs and thought, God, when did this turn into Mount Everest? Or, you've gone to the grocery and gone shopping and you felt worn out before you even unloaded all the bags. Well, if that sounds familiar to you, you're not alone. And it's not just age. What you're feeling is a loss of endurance, and it can sneak up on anybody. But the good news is, endurance is your body's ability to keep going, to stay energized, and it isn't something that you lose forever. It's something that you can definitely rebuild. And today I'm going to show you how to do exactly that, and there's no marathon running required. So why does endurance matter? Well, endurance is what allows us to basically do life, to walk, to play, to travel, to garden, to run errands, to keep up with the grandkids, and to do it all without having to take a nap afterwards. But here are some facts you may not know about. By the time most adults reach 65, their aerobic capacity, the body's ability to use oxygen, can drop as much as 30 to 40% compared to when they were younger. And studies show that if you have low endurance and poor cardiovascular fitness, those are sometimes very strong predictors of early mortality, sometimes even more so than smoking. And here's the kicker. Less than 20% of adults over 65 get the recommended amount of weekly physical activity. That means 4 out of 5 people are literally running on a low battery every day. But the body is very, very adaptable. Even modest activity, some brisk walking for 20 to 30 minutes, can increase your endurance, improve your heart health, and boost energy in as little as just 2 weeks. Now, when we lose endurance, life starts to shrink. We get tired more easily. We move less, which leads to stiffness and weight gain and poor sleep. Even simple things like walking your dog or cleaning the house or just enjoying a day out can feel exhausting. And that kind of fatigue can really chip away at your confidence and your independence. Good news is, though, no matter what your age, you can train your body to go farther, to last longer, to feel stronger. And endurance training literally helps you age slower from the inside out. So now we're going to talk about 5 tips to help you build your endurance. First, start small, but start. You don't need to run a marathon, okay? Walking is the single best way to build endurance. Start with just, 10 minutes a day. Add a minute or 2 every week. Before long, you're going to be doing your 30 minutes without even noticing. Add a little bonus tip. If you add the arm swings to it when you walk, it boosts your heart rate by 10 to 15%. That's pretty amazing. Okay, second, incorporate what I call functional cardio. So do things that mimic real life. Walk briskly while carrying some light groceries. March in place during a TV commercial. Go up and down the stairs if you have them. Every little bit adds up and it all counts. Excuse me. Third, interval training and doing it the smart way. So just try adding like 30-second bursts in your walk, right? 30-second bursts of faster movement. For example, Walk for 3 minutes at your normal pace, and then 30 seconds faster. And repeat that 5 to 6 times. That little boost strengthens your heart and lungs quickly without overdoing it, and it'll also keep the calorie burn elevated for longer. Fourth, you've got to include some resistance work. Most people don't realize strength training actually supports your endurance. Your stronger muscles work more efficiently, which means you don't get tired as fast. So combining strength work that we talked about last week with endurance training gives you the best of both worlds. And number 5, fuel and recover. Your endurance depends on the fuel you use. So you got to stay hydrated. Your blood is mostly water, and dehydration can drop your stamina really quickly. You need to eat balanced meals with protein and complex carbs because your muscles need both for energy and for recovery. And sleep. A single night of poor sleep can cut your endurance by up to 15% the next day. So all this does tie into your confidence and your lifestyle, because endurance is not just about exercise, it's about living fully. It means you can travel without needing recovery days. You can play with your grandkids. You can walk the beach. You can take hikes, or you can just enjoy a full day without feeling drained. Endurance gives you energy, it gives you confidence, and definitely freedom. 3 things that make life definitely worth living. And here's what's really, really powerful. When you train your endurance, you're not just building a stronger heart, you're training your willpower. You're proving that you still have more in the tank and you're not yet done. Now, I can attest to this whole willpower aspect. I'm training for a 20-mile Mammoth March next month. You can look up Mammoth March on the internet. They've got them all over the country. They're pretty cool. Either a 20 or 30-mile walk. So anyway, I'm doing a 20-mile walk next month up near Tampa. And so I've been increasing the length of my long training walks every weekend. And as time wears on, it's the mental aspect rather than muscle tiredness that I have to work through to keep going, especially when you start getting into hours 3 and 4. It's definitely your mindset. So here's your challenge for the week. Take that brisk walk for 10 minutes a day, every day. That's it. But if you already walk, add an extra minute every day, or do a short hill or some interval training. Do that for a week, and by next week, you're going to notice more energy, better sleep, and maybe even a better mood. So this was part 4 of the Strong Foundation series. We've covered balance, flexibility, strength, and now endurance. And next week, we'll finish with coordination, which is the secret to moving gracefully and confidently as we age. And don't forget about my new book, Unfinished Business, the No Excuse Blueprint for Aging with Purpose, Power, and Possibilities, which should be available in late November. So I'm very excited about that. And if you'd like to be on the pre-launch list, just comment book, and I'll make sure you're on that list. And you can find all the information and all the links to all my giveaways, my aging mastery group, especially my joint and mobility course. All those can be found on my updated website, agingboldly.life. Let me get that scrolling across here for you. There it goes. Love that. Yep, it's moving. So drop in, check it out. Let me know what you think about it. You can even book a free discovery call with me right from the website. So thanks for being here and being part of this incredible community. And again, join me next week for part 5 of the Strong Foundation series, Coordination, Staying Sharp in Movement. And as always, if this has been helpful for you, excuse me, just share it with a friend. Okay? And if you'd like to know more about what I do as a health and nutrition coach and what I have to offer, just go to agingboldly.life and you can learn all about it. So remember, don't stop moving because you get older. You get older because you stop moving. So keep on moving, keep building that stamina, and remember, you are in charge of your health. So age boldly, and I'll see you next week.